sensations. And I love her voice. I love her voice. She's such a tranquil voice that I just love it. How are you guys? Hi, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Today is December the 4th. I hope that you guys get to join me right now live. And if you're not, that you get to catch this via replay. And if you're watching me live, that means I could have any questions or comments coming from you, and I could be able to interact with you and answer you right back. Hello, Cindy. Cindy, I saw you live today this afternoon, but then I got busy doing something else, so I didn't get to finish what you were making. So I apologize and to go back. But I want to let you guys know that we got our project already pre-started. So I hope you guys get a little curious to what's on the table, and I'm going to show you this. I'm also going to be the first presenter. Hi, Darla friend, how are you? And Kay Williams, thank you for coming back. I'm going to be tomorrow on Craft on the Clock. I will be the first presenter, I believe. It's 7:45 my time, which is probably 8:45 maybe your time. But anyways, I'm not sure if I'm the first presenter, but I'm right up there, right at the beginning of the day. But so I'm really excited to see what I was checking to see what I will make. Is anything that could be handmade and giving us a gift. So hope you guys get to check that out tomorrow, Friday, December 5th. And anything else that I need to tell you about, just to that if in case, if you like what you see, guys, don't forget that if you want any type of notifications coming your way, then make sure that you guys are being subscribed, following in any form or way, so that way you could be able to get your notifications down your way. Hello, B here in on YouTube. So this episode is being streamed right into Craft Around the Clock, which is a wonderful group of private group of crafters on Facebook, where you're going to be getting your crafting tutorials and inspirations 24 hours a day via replay or live from different creators with incredible talents and skill levels. So I hope you guys go ahead and check that out, and don't forget, don't put it for tomorrow, and make sure that you're joining today. And last thing coming up, I think there's one more thing I'm supposed to tell you, and I kind of forgot about it, so I apologize. It will come to me. All right, so today I went ahead the last night before I left. I wanted to prep this and give this a first coat of painting. Let me just go ahead and show you what I got. So from the Dollar Tree, I went ahead and purchased these little shot glasses. These are little mini cups, they call them. What am I thinking? Where's my brain going? So this is, hi Mary, hi Liz, hi Vicky. Thank you so much for being here in Florida. Is in the house. Yay! I'm glad. Florida is usually not very well represented at times. So I'm glad we finally got some Floridians in the house. I'm here in the state of Florida as well. So that's what I'm saying. All right, so I call them shot glasses, but because I remember when my husband and I were dating pretty young together, this is all I saw. And they used to use them as shot glasses, but they're not. They're called mini cups. Here they are. And this is what I'm going to use. They come in a pack of 20. And what we're going to do is that we're going to try to use them to create those little fancy bells that we have been seeing everywhere. Now, this is one of the things that that I've been giving it a thought. I'm giving it a thought as to, do I use so all I did is that I took this black paint right here. Took this black paint, which is an apple barrel acrylic black. That's all it says, and gave it a first coat of paint. Okay, so I am doing great. Yes, Lisa. Thank you for asking, Lisa Marie. I am doing, I am well. I am well by the grace of God, and ready to do this. I took a little cat nap on my couch, so and kind of feel kind of energized. All right, so as we could see, these little bells, garlands, they are the ones that come, that are the metallic ones. We've seen them everywhere, and everywhere. That's the trend, and it has not just been for this year. I think it's probably been the trend. It was the trend also last year, and I think by now everybody has caught on it. So we've seen them everywhere. So I was thinking perhaps of using some type of way to turn this plastic cups that come in a set of 20, to use them as a as that. I have been thinking and brainstorming ways to be able to put the little dome on top of this, and everything that I have tried has been even too big or too small, or not domey enough, kind of like becomes more like a rectangular, kind of like a flat surface and not a curved one. So I'm going to just leave them like this. If you have any other ideas that we could create a dome with this, if not, this is the way they're going to go. Now, the other way that I thought of doing is, perhaps maybe create or give it some type of can I say, different look by either adding a little bit of a applique, by kind of like oh, my words are escaping, kind of like a cast, to be able to add to this. But then I thought, if I want to turn them into a garland, that may be just a lot of work for something like that. So I was thinking, no, I'm not even going to go that way. However, one of the things that we could definitely do is that we could go ahead and create the illusion um of it being kind of like a metallic kind of thing, by just adding a hot glue. So I'm going to use my hot glue. I'm going to turn my hot glue into my low heat setting. So I'm going to go ahead and put my hot glue, and this is my hot glue that has the settings here on the side, or if you have a low setting glue gun, and I'm going to turn into low setting, and we're going to be adding the little designs or little things that could be added to this. The other thing that I kind of thought perhaps is that if we add some type of rope effect before we glue it again. So something either kind of like this, that may be added on the bottom and create some type of extra layer of, or a little something. The only thing is that I'm just thinking of timing. I'm thinking of how quickly can we make it, that is not going to be giving us taking too much time, and yet giving us a great finish. So if we were to do this, then with some type of rope such as jute twine or jute rope, it's going to be, then you have to burn off the fuzzies. So I'm thinking of brainstorming ways. So if you guys have any good ideas like that you could kind of out let's brainstorm out loud, then shoot your ideas into the comments right now. So so then that's one of the many ways that I have, kind of just things that are coming into my head of how to fix this. I think I did not take the little jingle bells that I wanted to do, put it inside. Not only that, but not only the jingle bells, but we could also add, if you don't have jingle bells, we could just add the regular wood beads. So same effect. All right. So let me know if there's anything that kind of pops into your head. I have gone and I'm still going through, my drawers here of, different, what do you call that, of different twines and ribbons and things like that, to try to see what else can I add to this. So I think the best way, and that's what I thought, what is the best way for me to use my time, and just brainstorming ideas to make this quick, to make it look good, and not so time consuming. So let's go ahead and stick together, and let's get this show on the road. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to use, and as I said, we're going to use this in a heat setting. But before that, let me go ahead and say hello to our friend, Miss Brenda, from Totally Together Crafting by Brenda. And I also want to say hello to Georgianne. Thank you so much for being here. All right, and I still have not gotten new friends on YouTube, so we're going to go ahead and keep on rolling. So as I said, we're giving this a coat of paint. However, after I painted them, then I remember, I'm like, well, it's plastic. I should have added a coat of Mod Podge first and let it dry, or I could have just used spray paint. But I think let's go ahead and go with this. And what I'm going to try to do is that I'm going to use my second coat of paint. I'm going to add a little bit of corn, not cornstarch, I'm sorry, the baking soda to my paint to kind of give it a little bit of texture and not make it look so cup-like. All right, so let's go ahead and start. We're going to start by giving this, and by the way, I pre-painted a set of 10. I thought that was a pretty good number to kind of stretch around, and you could always choose a 20, you know, it's $24.25. So, oh, someone activated the chat box. Thank you. And so I'm going to, right into the middle of this, I'm going to go ahead and take my hot glue gun, and I'm going to press down and to create a hole. So I'm going to go ahead and press. Should have done this. Let me go ahead and turn it to my high setting because that'll be a lot easier to do with when your hot glue gun is set to the highest setting, to the higher heat setting. And Miss Diane, thank you so much for coming back. I am doing well. I am doing well on this Thursday. I am doing well. You know, it's one of those that Thursday is one of those like, oh, tomorrow is Friday Eve. All right, so this is starting, I feel it starting to heat up. So I'm going to use this to open the hole. And the reason why we're going to open this hole right here in the middle, it's because this will be, and we're just melting the plastic. Now there's other tools that you could use to open it up. I also have a heating tool that we use for in wood engraving. That'll be great for this. It's gonna do that because it's going to be a higher heat setting. But I'm going to do just, being that it's just 10 of them, I'm going to go ahead and use my hot glue gun. Going to, okay. So how are you guys? How's your Thursday going? What kind of plans do we have for this weekend? Is everyone done with decorating? Are you still working on it? Haven't started? Tell me, you know, where are you in your, look at that nice hole. You see that? I'm not sure if you could see. I'll open it up a little bit with my tool here. But a hole, all we need is a hole kind of big enough. As I insert my glue gun in there, I kind of like, you know, just dig in and just to kind of help the hole become a little bit bigger. So there it is. See that? See that hole? Okay. So we're going to do with every single one. The reason why is that we're going to go ahead and insert through there the little rope that is going to be holding whether your jingle bell or a little wood bead, and it's also going to help us to tie things up. All right. So what we let us know, where are you in your decorating adventure or journey? Christmas decorating. Are you all done? Are you haven't started yet? Still working on it? So let us know. I think I want to say I'm like 98% done. I think I have to just give a little bit of attention to my outside. Whoopsie. To my outside. And that's pretty much it. I think that's all. All right. Poke that in. This is a little tool. A screwdriver will also work the same. So we have a good screwdriver. Give that a try. I'm gonna take this off, which is this little, this glue gun has this little, what do you call that thing right here? So I'm gonna take it off for now because that's going to allow me to kind of dig this in a little further in. See that? There it is. See, makes my little hole right in there. It's a little insulation little cover that this hot glue has on there. But for what we're doing right now is in the way. You couldn't possibly put any more decorations up. He has our house all cluttered with Christmas. Oh, that's funny. You know, I kind of, it's kind of different to me because my husband doesn't really get in the way of decorating. He just like, do your thing, Maureen, and I'll just make sure that I do what I'm told, kind of thing. When it comes to Christmas, he's just like the one that's got to take out the boxes, put the boxes away. That's pretty much it. And I do leave the outside up to him, up to my husband. But this year he said, "We're not doing anything." I'm like, okay. So, so I went ahead and just bought some poinsettias, and I went ahead and just got my big old wreath that we're going to be adding, the beautiful star that we made yesterday. I'm going to be adding that to the wreath. I think tomorrow morning will be a good time because tomorrow morning I don't work in the morning, I work at noon, so it will be a great time to make that addition because I'm afraid of frogs. Let's see, Georgianne says that Christmas decorations are 90% done. Yay! Around my craft supplies, my dining room table, and a pile of unwrapped presents in the living room. Well, you know what? Kudos to you for having presents already. I do not have any presents. Let's see. Diane says, is telling Cindy that is he like a kid? Is he like a kid during Christmas time? That's so cute though. Sounds like your husband likes Christmas. He really does. Sounds like it. All right, guys, a few more to put some, and then we're going to give this a little bit of extra details, and then we're gonna go ahead and paint it one last time. And this is all it takes, guys. This is all it takes. After we paint it the second time around, the second coat of paint, I think I will recommend, honestly, putting a matte or a glass or a sealer. Now, you could also skip your sealer. Just want to let you know, you could also skip your sealer if you're putting Rub and Buff. Rub and Buff also acts as a sealer. So, who would have known? Let's see. You're all decorated and shopping done. Miss Brenda. Wow. Let's everybody in your house give her a clap. She's all decorated and all of her shopping done. Wow. Congratulations. That is inspiring. One day I will be like you. It's taking me 45 years. I'm still not quite there. 46 years. Yeah, 46 years. Or 45 Christmas. I don't know. Oh, look at Cindy. She says that the outside is worse and a house can be seen by miles away. Well, at least Santa will know where to find you. Listen, if it was up to me, I will have a Christmas tree in every bedroom. I will have a Christmas tree in every bedroom. Honestly, you have no idea. I mean, as it is, I have 2 Christmas trees in the dining room. I have 1 Christmas tree in that, and we have an open space. So it's so the dining room and the living room is all connected, and we still have 1 Christmas tree in the living room, 2 Christmas trees in the dining room, and it could all be, it's one grand room. All right, and that's what I have. There's 1 in the entrance. So far I have 4 Christmas trees, and I just wish that I had time or energy to put 1 more, which is in my bedroom. But I don't know. I'm missing 1 tree. I think I got rid of 1, so I think I need to buy 1, and so I think I'll do it just because I want it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn into my low setting because now we're going to, all of our holes are done, and we're going to start adding those details. Miss Kathleen says, Miss Cindy, have him take a picture in the evening. Oh, yeah, we want to see. We want to see. Yay! Because my husband doesn't do lights. Anyways, so now, and B on YouTube says that still need to decorate the front porch. All right, yay! So It sounds like everyone is on their way. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remember what I said. I'm going to now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create kind of like a long line here, just like this. And then we're going to do kind of like, you know, those brass beads, kind of like what they do. So I'm going to go ahead and put some beads and just some dots of hot glue. And I'll show you. I think for this small cup, I think 3 will be just fine. And let's remove that. Okay, I'm gonna make it more of a mess. There we go. Then we're gonna let it dry and then we'll take it off. Okay. So this is what I did. Let me show you Facebook. Here it is. Let me show YouTube. Here it is. Okay. Now from here is up to you, I guess, whatever else you want to do. But I think all I'm going to do is that I'm going to kind of create kind of I see like a line just going across here. And the reason to that is kind of to pretend or make believe that this is just something that is added or joined or kind of like welded together. Okay, so that's the only reason why I'm doing that. So now let's go ahead and cook and continue working on this. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions, any other suggestions on that. That is basically, I've been looking around different kind of little cowbells, and that's all that I'm thinking about. Oh, it's too cold to go outside. So we got 1, 2, and 3 dots. I think that's enough, and it's an odd number, which is always very pleasing to the eye and to the brain. There it is. See that? All right, so now let's continue. Oh, I think I need to dry them this way so they don't look like droopy dots. So let me just do that. I'm gonna dry those, and then I'm going to do the top side. So line, 3 dots, and do that. Oh. Okay. Gosh, stop rolling. Didn't think of the rolling when I was had this making in my head. Didn't think about the rolling. Stay behind, and I cleared up somewhat. I'm gonna clear this up. You guys, I think for New Year's, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do all of my back, and you'll see I have ideas. The back here, I think I'm gonna have some ideas, and I am looking forward to my time off. I'm going to be able to do that. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up, guys. Okay. They look like the 3 buttons from the snowman. You know, now that I'm counting, I'm telling you that I did 10, and there's 3, 6. I made 8. I thought I made 10. So I apologize if I miss guiding you here. I thought I did 10, but I guess I did 8. So that's what I have. So let me know, does this seem... Okay, I am kind of blank. I mean, I kind of have an idea what to make tomorrow, but I'm also at the same time kind of like is that really truly what I, what I could come up with? It's just, you start kind of doubting yourself. Um, so is there anything that is handmade that you guys would love to receive? What is something handmade? If somebody um is going to give you a present, someone like a creator, what is something that you would like to receive? Or perhaps you have made wonderful gifts before. Tell me something. Give me some ideas. Cheating here. I'm cheating. I'm cheating here. I'm creating just the top part, you guys. And then we're going to try to remove some of these webs before we are going to paint it the second time. Hi, Martha. How are you? Mary Snyder. Did I say hello to you, friend? How rude of me if I didn't. But yeah, guys, I'm going to be up early tomorrow morning. Mm-hmm. All right, so again, where is something, tell me something you guys would like to, if you have given, either given or gotten a present, a handmade one. Oh gosh, look, I'm glued together. Goodness, 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 let's see. Okay, I got them separated. Feels like when kids are fighting and you have to kind of separate them. This is how they feel. It's like, stay, behave. So I was thinking of making ornaments. That's what I kind of came to my head. Just because I think you never go wrong with ornaments. I also thought of making some type of like table decor. I think people will like to receive kind of like door, um, like wreaths. I'm not big at wreath making. That's not my talent. So I'm removing the webs, by the way, guys. All right, so I've got that removed. So what are some of the things that you guys, like I wouldn't mind getting this, or somebody else made this for me. I think anything that could be customized, right, would be great gifts. Anything that could have the person's name. I think to me, that's more than anything what I would love to get. Oh, frames. I love frames that you decorate. Oh, like the ones that you could decorate on the outside and you could put pictures on the inside. Those are great ideas. Didn't think of that. Just removing the webs, guys. Just keep this going if it's in a heat setting. Okay, that's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my baking soda. And we are going to add just a little bit of baking soda into this mix. Going to get a little cup. Oh, here's another one, you guys. And these are the mouthwash ones. So if you guys could go ahead and you want to do different sizes, Look at the difference in sizes. This is the mouthwash one, and this is the shot glasses or the mini cups, mini solo cups. So just giving you ideas in sizes in case you want to create different sizes of this. Frames. Let's see. Oh, I like nutcrackers. I have, it's funny. I have a nutcracker, and that a wooden nutcracker there that I could also use. Now that you mention it, I've had this nutcracker, I want to say at least 3 years, and I have not used it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and scoop in a little bit of baking soda into my paint mix, and that is going to give us a little bit of texture. It's going to adhere, help to the paint to adhere a lot better. Just kind of want to get the lumps before I start adding it, because baking soda could get very lumpy. Okay, let's see how this goes. And if it gets too thick, you could always add a little bit more paint. If it gets too runny, add a little bit more baking soda. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the one that I was using last night. Thank you for following, Martha. Decorating photo albums on the outside. Oh goodness, you're taking me back years. I used to do that many years back. I think it needs a little bit more baking soda. Honestly, I used to do that many years back. That was a big old thing, right? Do you guys remember? Was that the 90s? I think it was still the 90s. Was it the 90s or early 2000s? I don't know. I think it was a big thing between the 90s and early 2000s. That used to be very, very big, you guys. Remember getting those your decorated albums? And yes, we used to put like, your wedding pictures or your kids' pictures. That used to be a big old thing. I used to make those. I used to sell those. Used to make them with fabric and ribbon. It was just really nice. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got the consistency. And just because it's black painting, I don't want to have it all over me. I'm gonna go ahead and put some gloves. It will make me feel better. Decoupage on lighted candles. That's so cute. That goodies in mason jar. Christmas cards. I don't have enough Christmas cards to do that. Potpourri. Oh wow, I haven't made potpourri in a while. Thank you for those ideas. All right, so now we're going to just go ahead and glue and paint. I'm sorry, I paint the second time around, and we're going to make sure that, and you could see with the baking soda, it's going to give it a nice, not plastic consistency. Make sure that you do this on your second coat of paint. Don't waste your time doing it on the first one because you still got to paint second time anyways. Now, this time around, I am going to try to go inside, and I'm really just kind of like, just pass it through, honestly. I'm not expecting perfection here. So just kind of like go around with your brush and just cover the inside, okay? So I'm going to leave it there, clean it up. And with the baking soda, you guys, the more that you kind of go over, the more it's gonna come off. So just do it the first time around and don't touch it. Just let it be. The pouncing is also going to give it extra texture. You see how I'm pouncing my brush? The pouncing is going to give it extra texture. So these are just ideas and suggestions to kind of help your plastic cup not look so plasticky. I'm gonna go ahead and rub it on the inside first. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint the outside. All right. They were fun to make, weren't they? You saw lots of these. Yeah, remember? I mean, what are some of the crafts? Remember, y'all, let's go walk down memory lane. It seems like there's many seasoned crafters. Let's call yourselves like that, seasoned crafters, because I dare not call myself old crafter. But seasoned and experienced crafters. Let's call ourselves that. Let's go ahead and let's go down memory lane. Do you all remember those when we used to make those brooms? Remember the brooms that we used to put on our door? I think I'm just getting a little thick. Remember the brooms that we used to put on our door, and then we put our little what is it called? This is before Reese. It was a whole thing on on those brooms. Remember those they look like the same material as wicker, but or willow, I guess. I'm not sure. And yeah, I remember the brooms, and we used to put them on the door, and we used to make those little, kind of like floral decor on on them on the bushy part of the broom. Remember that? I made many of those and sold them too as a teenager. Hmm? Thank you for following. And let's see. Um, you sold a lot of rabbits. Oh, with the clothes. Yeah. What else? So many old crafts. What did I just say? I said I was gonna not call myself old. Seasoned and experienced. We're just seasoned and experienced crafters. That's what we are. Seasoned and experienced crafters. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put you down. I need to tap. There. Let's see. One craft that you did and I recreated several times was the cross with buttons. Have given me several gifts. Oh, thank you, Georgianne. I can't remember. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yes, I do remember. I'm like, I can't remember that one. I do remember now that you mention it. Yes. You know what? Don't have any more crosses. That's the reason why I stopped, stop making. I would love to make that again. But thank you. Crosses are great gifts. Didn't even, you see the things that you guys say that didn't even come to mind, honestly. I don't have any more crosses. And this is the kind of things that I just, during Easter time, it's good to kind of buy extras off. I don't have any more. So, okay. This was just getting towards the end. So I'm just creating a little bit more of the mixture. But thank you for bringing that to my memory. Because there's things that I just kind of forget. You made roosters. Oh gosh, those roosters used to be everywhere. Remember when every kitchen had roosters, and every kitchen had, remember those ducks? Remember those ducks? What's up with the ducks? What's up with the ducks and the little children, the little boy and girl? Remember the boy and girl sat in the rooster and the ducks. What's up with the ducks in the kitchens? Don't ask. Don't ask. I don't know what's up with the ducks in the kitchens. But yeah, they were everywhere. Remember those red apples? That was the other thing. Those red apples, every kitchen that you went to had one of those. Those red fake apples, those the ducks, and the little boy girl. I remember seeing those boy girls at everywhere. Let's see. And I apologize if some of you still have it in the kitchens. That means you have some nice vintage the pieces that probably, the young folks, the millennials right now, or the Gen Zers, not the millennials, the Gen Zers are probably craving. Because Gen Zers are the generation of that I have, that have in my house, that the 2005, 2006 kind of kids. Anyways, the Gen Zers, what's that, Generation X? Anyway, Generation X and Generation Z. So they are really craving the old fashioned, kind of like going back to the vintage. I know they're calling us vintage. But I don't care as long as we go back to it. But they are going back. You know what I saw on the news, you guys? And I feel like I'm chit-chatting too much. I'm probably gonna get one of those messages from someone that is saying you talk too much. I do. Is you know what I saw? I saw that the cell phones with the cords are coming back. You should all know, see the prices that these people are trying to sell those corded phones. I mean, hundreds. Gosh, we used to buy them for like $10, you know. But yeah, hundreds of dollars. They're asking for those corded phones that are now Bluetooth. They do have, they are capable, Bluetooth capable, so that you could program your cell phone to the corded phones, so that at home you don't have to be on your cell phone answering your calls, but you could just um couldn't answer them from your corded phones. I saw that in the news and I'm like, get out. If I probably asked my husband, he probably has like a phone somewhere in the many different things that he saves. He probably has one of those. I could almost be certain. So, all right, guys. So now this is the last. I'm going to leave a little bit of mixture in case anything else is missing. And I think one of my little dots just kind of blew. So I'm going to hot glue my hot glue dot. There. I don't know how I feel about that. Hot glue my hot glue dot. But anyways. So, y'all going back on the memory lane. Because we're seasoned crafters. Not old. I'm going to go ahead and glue and give this a little bit of drying. And then we'll see from there what else is needed. Hi, Darla. You can crochet. I can crochet. I can crochet. Something someone gave me, Georgianne said, which has been so useful, is a garland with small clothespins. Use it to display beautiful cards and receive. Oh, just an idea, useful gifts. That is very useful. That it really is, because I think we all have that problem. Not all of us, but many of us have that problem. So we receive the cards, and then we just run out of places to put them. Speaking of cards, guys, that's one of the things that I find that I really miss from my teaching days. I used to get so many cards from the kids, from the students, their families, and co-workers, that I sort of really miss that. We don't get too many cards, just a few cards, but I really do miss that. All right, so what I'm going to do while this continues to dry up, I don't want to melt it too much, because it's also going to weaken, make my cups weak, weaken my cups. I don't know, that sounds kind of weird, but I think that's right. Weaken my cups. But makes them weak is the heat, the extra heat that they're getting, because the cheap plastic cups. The cheap plastic cups weaken my cups. I think that is correct, right? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and leave them there. And we are going to get our string. Now remember, this is a garland and it's going to be more on the rustic side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn, I can't turn on the fan because they'll be blowing. They don't have weight, so I'm going to have to leave them here. So so then, because they don't, it's more on the rustic side, all we're going to use is that we're going to do this corded jute cord. this jute cord, and to do that, let's see. Um, I missed something. I have kept all of your birthday cards. No way, Christmas cards since you were a kid. Wow. I have kept some, but not all of them. Our church has a box full of slots that our members. Yeah, when I was in the Baptist church before, that's how it used to be. My son has kept all of his cards. Wow. I don't have room for that. That's beautiful. My late mom made us all blankets. Oh, that's precious. All right, let me go ahead and figure this out. Going to go ahead and start making all of the beads, all of the 8 beads that are going to go inside here. So I'm going to just go ahead and use my wood beads, which of course I didn't get. So I'm going to grab them. Hold on a second. Ding dong, ding dong. Christmas bells are ringing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. These are going to be my beads. And all we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and put them in the jute twine. I'm going to be getting from here. Perhaps not this one because this one has hot glue at the end. There. There. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is that I'm going to put a little knot. I'm going to knot it on the bottom. My scissors. I believe we're the last ones. Aren't we the last ones today? I think we are. Okay. I think I saw my name last. A Christmas tree out of a book with folded down pages. I've never done that, B. I will have to try that. That's a great idea, but to be honest with you, I've never done that. Be completely honest. All right, so what I'm going to do, guys, is that I'm going to do my ding dong bell just like this. I'm going to gonna go ahead and measure right now. And just right about that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a little knot. Going to go, this one is going to be my trial one. Let's take a look. I say that's about right. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put my little knot right there. And then this one that looks pretty dry. And then we're going to go ahead and insert it through here. This is going to be the fun because it's supposed to, there you go. We're going to insert it through here and there's our little bell. See that? So there's, you can see that little bell and then you see the ding dong in there? So that's going to be, see now it doesn't go through from there. It's going to stay there. If you want, at this point, you could go ahead and do a little knotting right here. And that way, this is not going to go anywhere for sure. Okay? So you're going to do that to all of 8 of them. So because mine is still drying, I'm going to go ahead and do the measuring first. Let me do all of the cutting of the next 7 strings. And that way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Okay. So I want to make sure, I believe I'm the last one. I hope I am. I believe I saw my name last. Okay, so this is 1. Here is number 2. Here is number 3. Tomorrow's my uncle's birthday. Just remembered. Here is Didn't I cut 8, 7? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've count not up here, so I only counted 5. Let's keep on cutting. 6. And 7. Some of the strings are a little longer than the others. Okay. All right, so now let's go ahead and put the ding dong. Ding dong, ding dong. You added washers to the top. That will look like a really nice finish. That will really look like a nice finishing. I don't think I have, so I think I'm going to skip that. And yeah, I don't have washers. But that is a really nice finish. Did you do it, Cindy? Did you make it with these kind of cups? Or what kind of cups do you use? You know, I have saved some cans. I have saved them. I think they're up there. Saved some cans. I have saved some like yogurt cups to do this. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and just measure here. Gosh, I just realized I did this one backwards, you guys, so apologize. I did this one backwards. I truly made this one backwards. I'm going to be putting a tie over here, so I got to make sure that I am following directions. The reason why I made it backwards, I'm going to tell you so you guys don't do the same thing I did, is that I am going to do the opening to the bottom to see to where it's hanging, where my bell is hanging, and then I knot it here. And that way, my bell is going to be like this, and I already have a hanger. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to measure here. And this is so my bell will not be, can stay inside and will not fall off as I'm hanging it. So that's 2. Let's go for number 3. By the way, these are probably beads that I had from the Dollar Tree from some type of other project. That's why it's good to save. It's not hoarding unless you use it. Good evening, Gail. How are you, friend? Small mushroom cans can be neat too, yes. In my house, we'll be small beans because we eat a lot of beans. Do you guys know that Pottery Barn, remember that stick? It's like a stick, and they have lots of these bells in different sizes, lots of different sizes and array sizes. And they have that. And that thing is like about, was it $200? Close to $200, I believe it was. And I have actually the material so that I could do that, because I was telling my husband, I'm like, I really want it. But then after I decorated, I wouldn't have a space to put it. So that's why I just stopped. I'm like, I'm not going to make it. I don't have a space to put it. So that's why I stopped with that idea. I do have a job, Gail. I do have a job. I work a lot of hours to do it too. On my regular week, I work close to about 45 hours on a regular week. Regular week, no extra time, 45 hours. If I have to do extra times, then I'll be working close to 55 hours. And that is just with a slight few extra hours, you know. On my really busy week, and that was like about, I think it was like, what's the last week or 2 weeks ago? That's what I had. I worked that week. I worked close to 70 hours, or a little bit, no, 72 hours. I worked 72 hours. And that week, you guys hardly saw me through here. You guys barely saw me here. So, yeah, I do work. That is the reason why you don't see me throughout the day responding to or watching a lot of the creators, because I'm at work. And my job is pretty hands-on. Like I can't I can't have it in the background, put it that way. You know how some jobs you may have it in the background and you're able to kind of tune in here and there. I can't do that. No, can't do. That's why when it came to decorating for Christmas, you guys, I'm not kidding you, it took me 3 weeks. Took me 3 weeks, and the reason why, it sounds like a lot, it sounds like excessive. I did have the house all a mess for about 3 weeks, and the reason why, you guys, is because in those 3 weeks, I was only able to work probably half a day here, another day there, and that's how it became. So in reality, I decorated my house in a total of probably 3.5 to 4 days, which I probably would have done it the same week, but because I do work a lot of hours, then I was not able to. So my family had to put up with me having lots of bins and stuff hanging around and things halfway done for 3 weeks. All right, so now we are ready to just put all of this together, you guys. And the last things that we're going to do, it's we're going to put the do the finishing touches on this, which is going to be a lot of rub and buff. So what I'm going to do, so you guys can see, let's just go ahead and I'm going to, let's continue finishing this one. Okay. Oh, hold on. All right, so it looks like there is still like a little bit of room, a wiggle room, where this is going to still come, you know, just kind of come off. And that is the idea of Cindy with her suggestion about putting a washer